Ever heard that old saying, measure twice, cut once?
Sure.
Well, in the world of metrology, it's more like measure a million times and then measure again, just to be sure.
Right.
Today, we're taking a deep dive into that very world.
Oh.
Metrology, the science of measurement.
And it's way more interesting than it might seem at first. Metrology, it isn't just about, rulers and scales. It's the bedrock of scientific progress and technological innovation. In fact, did you know that without super precise measurements, breakthroughs like GPS navigation, even your smartphone, they just wouldn't be possible?
All right, now that's what I call a so what moment. But let's rewind for a sec. For those of us who, well, we haven't dedicated our lives to the art of measurement, what exactly do metrologists do? I'm picturing like lab coats, microscopes. But something tells me it's a bit more dynamic than that.
You're right. It's a lot more than that. Metrologists, they're like the unsung heroes of accuracy, ensuring reliable measurements across a whole bunch of fields. I mean, we're talking manufacturing, healthcare, scientific research, you name it, metrology is probably involved. Wow.
Yeah, they're developing the systems, the units of measurement, and these crazy precise methods that allow us to understand and quantify the world around us.
So they're not just taking measurements, they're defining how we measure things in the first place.
Exactly.
That is a lot of responsibility.
It is.
The guide we're diving into today, RoleCatcher's Career Guide for Metrologists, mentions that it's like a constantly evolving field. What are some of the trends that are shaping the world of metrology right now?
Well, technology, of course, it's a huge driving force. We're seeing metrologists embracing, cutting-edge tools, things like 3D printing,
Oh,
nanotechnology.
boy.
Imagine, like, using 3D scanning to verify the accuracy of a printed part at a microscopic level,
Right.
or developing techniques to measure the properties of materials at the nanoscale. That's metrology in action.
Wow. So we're talking about like pushing the boundaries of measurement itself.
Yeah.
And speaking of pushing boundaries, I'm curious about what a typical career path looks like in this field. What does that journey entail, according to RoleCatcher? So it often starts with an entry-level position. You'd be assisting senior metrologists in developing what we call quantity systems.
Quantity systems. Now, those sound important. Plus, you could break that down for us a bit.
Sure. Think of quantity systems as like the building blocks of measurement, the framework that defines how we measure fundamental physical quantities: length, mass, time. You get the idea.
Okay.
So you'd be learning how to develop these systems, conducting measurements, using, established methods, analyzing data really carefully and reporting those findings. It's about building a really solid foundation.
Got it. So you're not just, like, following a recipe. You're learning to write the cookbook for measurement itself.
Yeah, exactly.
What's next on this metrology career ladder?
So as you get more experience, you'd move on to designing and implementing those quantity systems yourself, like graduating from apprentice to architect of
Right.
measurement.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're taking on, more responsibility, becoming fluent in the language of measurement, so to speak.
At this stage, you might even start designing and implementing new measurement methods, new tools. It's about innovating within those established frameworks.
So you're moving from following the blueprints to designing your own structures within the world of measurement.
Right.
That's a pretty exciting progression. But I imagine it takes a particular set of skills to thrive in this field.
Mhm.
What would you say are the most crucial skills for an aspiring metrologist, according to RoleCatcher, that is?
Well, a strong foundation in math and physics is a must. I mean, you're dealing with the fundamental principles that govern the universe.
Right.
But it's not all, equations and formulas.
Right.
Attention to detail is paramount. We're talking about precision at its finest.
Makes sense. Yeah, you can't be a metrologist if you're, like, squinting at the ruler, guessing the nearest millimeter.
Exactly. You need a meticulous eye, a mind that just craves accuracy. And of course, problem-solving skills, those are essential too. Metrology often involves tackling these unique challenges, finding innovative solutions to complex measurement problems.
So you need that blend of analytical thinking and creative problem solving. It's not just about following procedures, it's about knowing when to create your own.
You hit the nail on the head. And let's not forget the importance of collaboration. Metrology is often a team effort, requiring effective communication and the ability to, convey these really complex ideas to colleagues from all sorts of different backgrounds.
It's like a symphony of science with everyone playing their part to achieve this harmonious result. Now, RoleCatcher delves into both the pros and cons of this career path. What are some of the most appealing aspects of being a metrologist, in your experience?
For me, it's the thrill of working on the cutting edge of technology, Metrologists, they're at the forefront of innovation, constantly pushing the boundaries of what we can measure and how precisely we can do it. It's incredibly stimulating. Plus, you get to contribute to groundbreaking research and technological advancements that have a real-world impact.
It's that behind-the-scenes impact that I think often gets overlooked. Like, without metrology, we wouldn't have so many of the technologies we rely on every single day.
Precisely. I mean,
Yeah.
from the accuracy of medical devices to the reliability of our communication networks, metrology plays this like silent but crucial role in our lives.
Speaking of its impact, RoleCatcher dives into the why of metrology. It's not just about the what, the tools and techniques. It's also about understanding the profound impact it has on our world. Can you give us a concrete example of how metrology influences our daily lives?
Sure. Let's take a simple example, your car.
Okay.
Metrology, it ensures that the fuel pump dispenses the correct amount of gasoline, that you're charged accurately when you're at the pump.
Right.
It guarantees the precise manufacturing of engine parts, allowing your car to run smoothly and efficiently.
Yeah.
Without metrology, we'd be living in a world of inconsistencies and inaccuracies.
It's like this invisible force that keeps everything running in sync. I'm reminded of those intricate clock mechanisms where each tiny gear is essential for the entire system to function.
What a great analogy. And it's not just about, everyday objects. Metrology plays a critical role in scientific discoveries that redefine our understanding of the universe. For instance, think about the Large Hadron Collider.
Oh, well, yeah.
Relies on incredibly precise measurements to detect subatomic particles, unravel the mysteries of the cosmos.
It's mind-blowing how something as, seemingly simple as taking accurate measurements can have such profound implications. From our everyday routines to the exploration of the universe, it really does. But let's shift gears a bit and talk about the people behind those groundbreaking measurements. What would you say are some common misconceptions about metrologists, based on your experience, of course?
One big one is that it's, a dry, repetitive field. People picture us, I don't know, hunched over instruments in these isolated labs, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Metrology, it's dynamic, it's collaborative. We're constantly problem solving, pushing technological boundaries, working with experts from all different kinds of fields.
It's more about pushing the limits of measurement than simply taking measurements.
Yeah, exactly.
RoleCatcher also emphasizes the importance of, continuous learning in this field. Why is it so crucial for metrologists to stay ahead of the curve?
Well, technology's always evolving, right? And metrology, it evolves right alongside it. Think about it, as we develop more and more advanced technologies, we need even more precise ways to measure and evaluate them.
Right, right.
That means constantly learning these new techniques, experimenting with cutting-edge tools, adapting to the ever-changing landscape of measurement science.
It's like a never-ending quest for greater accuracy and precision.
It really is.
So for someone listening who's thinking, wow, metrology actually sounds pretty cool,
Uh-huh.
what advice would you give them based on RoleCatcher's guide?
I'd say if you have a passion for science, a meticulous eye for detail, and a real knack for problem solving, dive in. A solid foundation in math and physics is essential. And, pursuing a degree in a related field, that's a great starting point.
Mm-hmm.
But don't be afraid to think outside the box, embrace new technologies, and never stop questioning. Those are the qualities that make a truly exceptional metrologist.
It sounds like a career path that's both intellectually stimulating and incredibly rewarding, knowing that you're contributing to advancements that shape our world in these really profound ways.
It really is. It's a field where curiosity and precision, they converge. And that's a pretty exciting place to be.
I have to agree with you there. We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive into metrology. We've explored the intricacies of measurement, its impact on our technological world, and even the career paths of the meticulous minds behind it all.
It's a field that often operates behind the scenes, but as we've uncovered today, its influence on our lives, it's huge,
Yeah.
and it's only growing.
And on that note, here's a final thought to ponder as you navigate your own world. The next time you rely on a piece of technology, take a moment to appreciate the intricate web of precise measurements that made it all possible. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, and until next time, keep those curious minds engaged.